What's up, everybody? I am Ismail from Charisma Education. And today I want to do a breakdown of charismatic gesticulations, specifically what to do with your hands, because this is one that people don't realize sabotages you without you even realizing it. So I want to start with good examples and then get to bed. And there's 3 specific things to keep in mind. First thing I want you to do with Chris Evans here is pay attention to how he reveals his palms. Did you move into your home, your family, or did you live? I mean, I did, growing up, I do spend a lot of time back. So first thing to notice is that his palm is open and available for the audience to see from the get-go, and he continues to do this. Just a little bit of nuance here. This is not a hard and fast rule, but if you place your palm out and down, people tend to understand this as more authoritarian, like you're giving a command. If you extend your palm out and up, people see this more as a request, like you are inviting them to do things. In either case, you are better off revealing your palms than not. From an evolutionary perspective, what this shows people is that you have nothing to hide. You are not trying to do them harm. This is true across many, many cultures. So definitely keep this in mind. In Massachusetts, and my mother, my mother and my sister, my other sister and their family, they all still live in the same house that we grew up in. So there is the first run through the clip, same clip. What I want you to pay attention to this time is tension in the fingers and wrists. This is a big no-no. A lot of people have floppy wrists, floppy fingers. If you have either of those, you actually come across as more flimsy and less in command. So just pay attention how there is some muscular tension without feeling robotic in the hands and wrists live. I mean, I growing up, I do spend a lot of time back in Massachusetts, and my mother, you'll notice this tension causes. The fingers will be separate from each other at times or together at times, but it allows him to pause and not have the wrist just completely collapse under itself. So you'll see motions and then pauses because there is muscular tension there. My mother and my sister, my other sister, and their family, they all still live on the same house that we grew up in. So when I go home, I'm still in the same house that I was. So that might not look too impressive right now, but I want to go to another clip and you'll see what a big difference it can make. This is a bad example of what to do with your hands. And you notice right from the get-go, we've got crossed hands on the lap. So the first thing, pay attention. 1, for no use of making the palms available. 2nd, for flimsy fingers and wrists. And then 3rd tip today is to avoid tics. You're going to see that Jonah has a tic where he constantly touches his tie, his movie. Yeah, he's watching him, laughter. So this isn't to say that Jonah isn't telling a good story, you're making people laugh. We're actually talking just about hand gesticulations today, so focus on that but not. He has not yet revealed his palms, and he will do very little of that. I love that story so much, that's so good. Another tie touch, I think there's even 1 or 2 more before the end of this. He's the man. When we were writing the When Mic. So pay attention to this, contrast this with Chris Evans. Very open, available palms and strong fingers to see what Jonah has going on with his wrists, it's kind of flimsy. It kind of just shakes there. We're calling over writing the first treatment for the first one. The first thing we wrote on paper was, we want the guy who wrote The Police to play the police captain. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And when he said yes, you see what's going on with his fingers. He had this weird shape going on because there's not any really muscular tension going on in his face. When he said, yes, I grew up in LA like Magic Johnson and Ice Cube, or my childhood, and his wrist is bent backwards here. Again, it's great to show your pawns, but if your wrist is bent, you actually come across as more flimsy. Heroes, yeah, this was so cool. I probably annoyed him with every NWA, Ice Cube, 3 Kings. Friday here, he actually does a little bit better. He's got some tension going on in his wrist and his fingers. Any question ever. But he's the man. He's good. He destroys the movie. And I think we just read that Sony they tested me before they go out. It's the highest. To recap really quick. The things that you want to take from this video are: 1, reveal your palms, whether it's face up or face down. 2, have some tension in your wrist and in your fingers. And 3, eliminate any tics so that you don't come across as nervous. If you've liked this video and the channel, we've got lots more. Everything from eye contact, gesticulation, storytelling from people who do it right and people who don't. So hope that you found this helpful, hope that you subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you again on the next video.